Hello. All right. I am streaming in a couple of different places. So, welcome everybody. For those of you who do not know me, I am Lori Hayes. I am an entrepreneur, I'm a mindset coach, and I'm a biohacking enthusiast. Love all things health related. I also really love to help motivated people create a life that is filled with purpose, but also abundant with things like peace and finances and health and all the things. So, if you are joining in, please say hello so I know you're here. Maybe you let me know that you can hear me. So, today I have something really awesome to share with you guys. It's about choosing your word of the year, but I want to add a little bit of a twist to it. It's really not just any word, it's really focusing around who you want to be in the next year in 2024. So let's kind of dive into this concept. So I want you to think of your word of the year as like your personal mantra or guiding principle. It's a word that embodies the person that you aspire to become, whether it's maybe being more courageous, maybe being limitless or disciplined or anything else. This word is going to be your compass that directs how you act, how you think, and how you make decisions every single day. Hello. Um, so it's more encompassing than a typical word of the year. Okay. So I want to give you a few examples so that you understand what I'm talking about. Let's say you choose the word courageous. So this is going to mean that each day you wake up asking yourself, how can I be courageous today? It's really about facing challenges like head on. Maybe it's speaking up for yourself. Maybe it's taking more risks. Maybe it's stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's not just about these big heroic things. As far as being courageous goes, it's actually more about the small daily choices that add up to having a more courageous life and being a more courageous person. Does that make sense? All right, so let me ask you, like, I'll give you an example of limitless, because limitless was my word a few years ago, but I didn't actually embody limitless the way I could have. I kind of learned this probably in the last, I don't know, maybe year or so. But if you decide limitless is your word, you're going to approach each day with a mindset that there's no ceiling to what you can achieve. Imagine how that changes the way you show up. So whether it's in personal growth, maybe it's in your career, maybe it's even in your relationships, you act with the belief that possibilities are endless. You push the boundaries, you redefine what is possible for you. Can you see yourself showing up in that way? So maybe that comes along in, like, maybe somebody says, hey, can you speak about your product to my group? Because I think they would be super interested in it. Instead of turning it down or maybe being like super fearful, thinking, I'm not qualified, you'll take that opportunity. And you know that that is something that a limitless person could easily do, right? So you just show up differently. Maybe discipline is your word, disciplined. So embracing discipline might mean developing some self-control and consistency when it comes to pursuing your goals, right? It's about creating routines and habits that are going to foster productivity and moving forward, right? Progress. And so when the moment comes and you think, oh, I can skip posting on social media. Oh, I can skip, showing up and teaching that class or whatever it is that you do. Instead, you're going to say, but would a disciplined person do that? No. And then you do it, right? Because you are disciplined. You're embodying being a disciplined person. So how do you implement this into your daily life? It's going to start with intention, right? You have to start with intention. So every morning you're going to reflect on your word and you're going to set an intention to embody that word or be that word throughout the day. Visualize how a person with that particular quality would act. And then you want to take action. So your choices are going to align with being that person, right? Whether it's maybe you're speaking up at a meeting, maybe you're trying something new, or you're just changing your thought patterns. When that fear pops up, and it will, you can move through it as the new person that you are being. And you have a choice in this, by the way. A lot of people are like, yeah, but the fear comes up and then I freeze. Well, you actually have a choice as to whether you freeze or not. A lot of people are fooled into thinking that this is like some automatic thing that they cannot move through. You always have a choice and you can always take action, period. So I want you to think about, what is your word going to be? Think about who you want to be in 2024. Think about what goals you want to achieve. And to help you out, also think about what typically stops you. If procrastination is your habit, then discipline really could be a good word for you. Maybe you want more joy in your life. You want to focus on being more positive and living in gratitude, and not only cultivating that in your life, but like passing it along to others. Then joyful could end up being your word. Maybe empowered speaks to you. So when I think of being empowered, I think about taking control of my life, being confident and making quick decisions and creating change confidently. Like all of that comes to mind when I think of empowered. So if that resonates with you, then pick that word. It's all about incorporating new behaviors that you need to achieve your goals. So choose a word that resonates with your vision, right? This word is going to be your guiding star, helping you grow into the person that you were meant to be. And I want to share with you, if the word comes to you, it's meant for you. Don't overthink it. I used to be a big overthinker, and I would just go back and forth and back and forth. But what comes to your mind first? Don't overthink it. Other words that just to spur your imagination and your creativity. It could be adventurous, or maybe grounded, inspired, authentic. Oh my gosh, there's so many to choose from. All of them will encompass who you will actually be in 2024. So it's definitely a twist on your word of the year. I hope this is helpful. I would love for you to comment. What did you choose? What is your word of the year? And does it can you embody that word? Can you show up and be that word every single day? Can you allow it to be your guiding star? And in order to make that happen, you really need to do things to make sure that word is in front of your face. Like really be intentional every single morning, like I shared. Maybe have that word, on a note next to your bed. Maybe write it on your mirror in your bathroom. Maybe put a sticky note with that word in your car. So when you show up at the store and joyful is your word, then you can really be kind to people and bring some joy into the people's lives that you interact with, right? It just helps you be a little bit different, right, than maybe what you currently are. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know if this was helpful to you, and comment your word of the year. I would love to hear it. I have not picked mine yet, or else I would share it with you. But that's what I'm doing this week. Is I'm picking my word of the year, the word that I am going to be. It's a different way for me thinking too. So I'm kind of contemplating it, right? I have a couple that I'm choosing from, and when I find it, I will let you know. All right. Thank you for listening in. I can't wait to hear from you. All right. Bye, y'all.